As part of an easy 2-0 sweep here on the video report yesterday with complimentary plays, I not only gave you the Chicago Cubs in a 12-2 rout of the Pittsburgh Pirates, but the easy over with the Falcons and the Saints. Hell, the Falcons almost wanted to go over the total themselves last night in New Orleans. And, of course, with Atlanta winning outright as the road dogs, that capped a great weekend for the Puppies as 9 underdogs got the money in Vegas. 8 of those underdogs winning outright. 4 of those Puppies road dogs with the outright upsets. But in thinking about that game last night and watching the Saints and really the Falcons as well, 2 more examples of teams that are just absolutely clueless on defense. And let's face it, the Saints are perennially clueless on defense in the NFL. It got me thinking about that great quote that 99% of statistics only tell 49% of the complete story. Because, guys, listen, if you go to the NFL.com's page, right, and I'll do that for you, and you look at the total defense category, total defense, you'll see right now the Seattle Seahawks are number 1. Number 2, the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, the Baltimore Ravens, number 2, even though they've beaten 3 teams that have a combined 1 win between them this season. The Carolina Panthers are number 3. Seriously? The Panthers are number 3? You couldn't even stop the San Francisco 49ers at home. The Eagles, well-deserved, number 4. The Houston Texans, number 5. Minnesota, well-deserved, number 6. Denver, well-deserved, number 7. Jacksonville, Jacksonville, number 7? Or number 8 in total defense, 0-3 Jacksonville? Sure, I'll believe in what the NFL.com site says in total defense. Number 9, the 1-2 Arizona Cardinals. Number 10, the New York Giants. And again, it all depends on how you look at the numbers. What's important to me, though, when I go to that stat is then you resort the stats and you look at total points allowed. And it tells a totally different story. And let's look at the bottom teams first. Which team has allowed more points than anybody else in the NFL? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yes, the 1-win Tampa Bay Buccaneers who just blew it at home against the LA Rams. 101 points allowed. Second worst scoring defense in the NFL, the 0-3 New Orleans Saints. Yes, you saw them last night with 96 points allowed. The 1-win Indianapolis Colts with 95 allowed. The 1-win Washington Redskins, 0-2 at home with 92 allowed. The Atlanta Falcons. Yes, maybe sitting pretty at the top of the NFC South right now with a 2-1 record. But listen, guys, they have allowed 91 points. And why are they 2-1? Because they lost at home to Tampa Bay. They went on the road and beat an even worse defensive team, the Oakland Raiders, and they beat an even worse defensive team last night in the New Orleans Saints. Then you've got number 6 in the worst scoring defensive teams, the Detroit Lions, 85 points allowed. Cleveland Browns, 84 allowed. Jacksonville, 0-3, 84 points allowed. The Chicago Bears, 83 points allowed, tied with San Francisco for the number 9 spot. Coming in at number 11, the Raiders at 79, the Jets at 78. The Bengals at 75, and then the Chargers at 73. And who are the stingiest defensive teams? Well, there you go. Eagles, 27 points allowed. Seahawks, 37. Minnesota, 40. The Ravens, 44. But again, I say the Ravens are at 44 because they played lousy foes so far, and they will be perhaps tested this weekend. The Patriots at 45 and Kansas City at 49. Again, it all depends on how you interpret the numbers. But clearly, some of these teams in the league this year just have absolutely no clue what they're doing defensively. Hey, let's get to the complimentary play here. It's not a great card. Listen, it's the final week of the baseball season. You tell me what you want to do here. I'm going to take a shot with the Detroit Tigers on the run line, minus $1.10 at home with Justin Verlander on the hill against Cleveland. And my Clevenger, I think is how you pronounce his name, actually. Listen, the Indians already wrapped up the AL Central Crown with last night's win. It's not a meaningless game for them, however, tonight, because they are still combining with the Red Sox and the Rangers for the best record in the junior circuit and the home field advantage that goes along with it. Now, Cleveland at 91 wins, the Red Sox and the Rangers right ahead of them with 92. Now, even though Justin Verlander is 0-3 in 4 starts against the Indians this season with a 6.46 earned run average, I say the young team like the Indians have a little bit of a hangover here tonight. They are not going to supposedly start all of their veterans, but they are going to certainly enjoy the fruits of their labor and the celebration that ensued after wrapping up the division title last night. Verlander, this is a guy, I got to be honest with you, and I said it on the video earlier this season. I thought that he was through. I thought this was another power pitcher who, you've seen it over the years, a guy who was a power pitcher for most of his career, and he was unable to make the change once he lost too many miles off his fastball. Boy, was I sorely mistaken. And I saw it in his next few starts. And then early in the season, I started riding him, and he started winning. And this guy has really put together some solid numbers this year for the Tigers. And you look at his home numbers, 18 starts at Comerica Park this season, 3.26 earned run average. But take a look deeper. And he's worked 121.1 innings at home this season. He's only allowed 87 hits. Opponents are only batting 198 against him. He's only walked 28 batters in addition to giving up those 87 hits in those 121.1 innings. The bugaboo, he's given up 20 home runs, and that's really been his downfall at times. Now, the Indians, again, winning last night. The Tigers are 2 games out of the second wild card spot, a spot that's currently held by the Orioles, who are battling Toronto tonight. There's only 6 games left. But again, I'm going to take a shot with the Tigers tonight, and that's going to be your free play on the run line. Laying the 1.5 runs, going with Detroit in this one, making them a 110 favorite. That'll do it, guys. I wish you well. I'll talk to you again tomorrow when we do this one more time.